Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wonderland Weekly, hosted by Toronto Ty. Now sit back and enjoy the show. Thank you, and have a wonderful week.
A question for you, Peter. When you guys were digging the tunnel, how deep is the water table in that area?
The question was, when we were digging in the tunnel, how low was the water table? So that pond is a man-made pond, and we've got a weir in the pond, and we can control the depth of that pond. So in the winter, the water level is zero, basically. We created a diversion channel around the area of construction so that we could build it. So there was no water in the pond when we built it. We diverted the stream around the back of the pond.
Would that be the same as the lake next to Behemoth? The lake next to Behemoth.
The question was, is that the same as the lake at Behemoth? No. At Behemoth, when we put the foundations in the water there, we had to build artificial dams. They're basically big bags of water that we pumped full of water, and then we could drain out the area inside of those dams. So we pumped out that water, and then we could put the foundations in, and then pump the water back in, take the dams out, and then the foundation was in. So we didn't drain that pond. The question was, will Vortex be getting a name change? I'm pretty sure it will be. And if you have any suggestions, we'd be glad to hear them. Thanks.
Now, what will the capacity be around Yukon Striker with Splashworks being there during the middle of summer and that? Like, what will the capacity be? Like how busy will it? Yeah.
Like how many people can we fit in there?
Yeah, for like that small path.
We've designed it so that the majority of the people will be off the path who will be waiting. Obviously, in the first year, the line's going to be outside of the queue. We've got a saying here, we don't build the church parking lot for Easter Sunday. So we built that queue with the future in mind as well. So that queue will overflow that wait will overflow the queue in the first season for sure. So we'll have some waiting on the path. But the main purpose of that path is a thoroughfare to get to the water park and to get back to Trimble Falls and that end of the park. So it will be a busy place next year. Charlie?
Yeah. What was the approximate cost of Yukon Striker, if you can tell us that?
The question was, what was the approximate cost of Yukon Striker? We're not done the project yet, so the cost is not final, but it's the most expensive single project we've done in the park. So it's more expensive than Leviathan, more expensive than Behemoth. So it's quite an investment for the park.
Does the park have any plans for their 40th anniversary yet?
The question was, does the park have any plans for the 40th anniversary? I can't speak to that, but there's something in there, essentially. I can't answer that in detail though.
So when this park specifically builds a ride that breaks several records like the Yukon Striker, and you're breaking a record from another Cedar Fair park, how much, when Canada's Wonderland says, yeah, we're going to break all these records, how much does the decision to break those records come from the park, and how much does that come from the park?
The question was, how much does record breaking play into the decision to build a ride here in Wonderland, whether that's beating a record from outside of Cedar Fair or within Cedar Fair? It's a long process, and those decisions aren't one checkbox on a list. These rides are built for our site, obviously, and if we can achieve certain things within that site, then we're going to go for it. But yeah, it's not as simple as let's leave Cedar Fair or Cedar Point with all the records and let's have some Canada's Wonderland. It's not so much about that. It's about trying to get something that'll work in our facility and be a draw for our park, right? I'm sure that one day there will be a bigger, faster, longer dive coaster somewhere in the world, right? So I don't know if that'll be within Cedar Fair or if it'll be somewhere outside. But that's the nature of the beast. Things get bigger and faster.
Do you have any plans for Action Theatre with it being in like the newly named Frontier Canada section?
Question was about Action Theatre. Any plans for Frontier Canada? At this time, there's no plans for Frontier. To be a part of Frontier Canada. Not at this time.
I noticed like within like recent history, there's been always a modification. Sorry, a little bit up. Wait. I was just saying, I noticed recently there's always been like some form of modification for like rides here, either like your paint job or like a retrack or even just like restraint like seats. Is there like anything we can expect for next season in terms of the features for our rides?
Question was about future enhancements on existing rides. I think that's what you're asking, right? Yeah, we're always looking at something. There's nothing that I can announce today about future enhancements, but we're always going to paint something, we're always going to update something, or modernize something. So we're trying to stay current and reduce our operating costs at the same time. We're a business after all, and some of those cost savings come through those enhancements. We're good, Kenny?
What is the height restrictions for the city of Vaughan? Like, what's the maximum height that the park can go with roller restrictions?
Question was about the height restriction for City of Vaughan. I don't believe there is upper maximum, but there is an upper maximum for the number of attractions we could have beyond, I believe it's 400. There's an upper ceiling of 400 feet, sorry. So there is a maximum. And then there's a number of attractions between, I think it's 300 and 400. I think there's a limit of 4 attractions that we can have in that range. We have many in that range now. There's lots of potential, I suppose. Did you have another?
Yeah, I know last year you guys were talking about doing a multi-year restoration on the mountain. Can you speak to, because last off-season it was the washrooms, and do you know what you're going to be doing for the mountain this year, like this off-season?
The question was about the mountain restoration. That is a multi-year project. So this year we continued with our structural steel repair and replacement inside the mountain. We did a renovation on the washroom facility. Next year we're going to put in a family restroom in there. We're going to continue with skin replacement, steel replacement, and I think we're looking at putting a new roof on the deck as well. That project will go on for years until we get basically back to the beginning and then do it again. It's such a big facility, right? So
I've been hearing a lot of rumors about Yukon Strikers trains, and is it true that it's going to have stadium seating, so the first row is on a lower level, the second row is going to be a bit higher, and then the third row is even higher?
the question was about Yukon Striker trains and the elevation of the seats relative to one another. Yeah, the front row is a little bit lower than the next two seats. The middle seat is a little bit higher, and the rear seat is a little bit higher. It's not significant, but it is enough that you can see over top of the seats. Or some riders can see over the top. Some shorter people.
Why is that? Like, what made the park or the company want to do that type of style with the train?
What was the reason for having that? That's something being offered, and they said, yeah, that would be good. There's no real, just no equation that led us to that decision. So, Ray? The question was about graphic design and logos, like the Yukon Striker logo. So we do have an existing team at our Cedar Fair corporate office. They do most of our signage design. We do some signage design here in the park. It's an iterative process, so we start with the name selection, and we've got a long list of potential names. Once the name gets narrowed down, then we get into the threshing out of the actual logo. And then with the theming of the area, much of that comes from within, from our own construction team, making decisions about the look of the building, working with our architect and our structural engineer on how the buildings will look, how the pathway will look, what the planting will be in the site. Trying to be true to that frontier wilderness look. So, yeah, basically we use internet resources. We don't grow.
I'm curious, can you tell us any rejected names or names that you chose not to go for?
The question was about other names that were a possibility. I wasn't part of that process, so I can't speak to that.
Okay.
Is there any consideration of a possibility of building a scenic railway on Wonderland as an attraction?
The question was about a scenic railway. Is there a possibility for a scenic railway somewhere in the park or in the mountain, perhaps? When Frontier Canada was first designed in 1980, it included a scenic railway. Those locomotives actually ended up in one of the other Cedar Fair parks. I believe it was Valley Fair ended up buying those locomotives, and they've got them at their facility now. So there is a possibility that the Scenic Railway may come back to Canada's Wonderland at one point. It's always a possibility. It's something I'd like to see here. I think it's a great people leader or capacity machine for moving lines quickly. The question is it enough of a product to sell seasons passes and to sell tickets? Do people come to ride a scenic railway? You know, it's a nice thing to have, but is it an A-list ride that would get people here? So that's the challenge, right?
So for a ride like Yukon Striker, when did the design process begin for a ride like that? It's opening 2019. How far ahead of the opening date did you start doing the design concept?
The question was about Yukon Striker and the design timeline. When did we start the design? Well, I'll give you guys a little hint about that. There was a lot of stuff floating around online about the DMG, the DM-G on some of the equipment. And some people thought that the G represented Giga. Well, B&M, the DM stands for dive machine. That's what the name of the B&M uses for that type of coaster. And the first one, the Oblivion, was DM-A. That was the first model. And then there was another one called B, and another one C. And some of them, that design they just reused. They didn't have to redesign it or go into any more engineering. So some of those are clones. Some of them are just mirror images of one another. But when we got to DMG, this was the G iteration of the dive machine. And Valraven is DM-H. So Valraven was actually designed after, sometime after Yukon Striker was designed. So the engineering for this one was done in 2014. So we started that process end of 2013, end of 2014, and we'll soon be able to ride it.
What do you think the height requirement for Yukon Striker?
Question was about height restriction for Yukon Striker. I believe it's going to be 52 inches minimum. If I had to begin with a 54, I believe this was going to be 52. But, I mean, it hasn't gone through its approval process yet, it hasn't gone through testing yet. So, my sense is that it will be 52, but that's pending approvals and testing.
What's the parks and Cedar Fair's relationship with B&M?
The question was, what's the park and Cedar Fair's relationship with B&M? I'd say it's very good. B&M is in the business of selling rides, and Cedar Fair is in the business of buying and operating and owning rides. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship, really. It's always been good from my perspective.
Have you guys decided where the on-ride photo is going to be for Yukon Striker?
About on-ride photo, that decision has not been made yet, so it's still to be finalized where that camera location will be. Okay.
So what will we see in the park upgrades for Winterfest?
The question was about Winterfest and what will the park improvements or enhancements be. There's a long list. We built our first part of Winterfest already, and that was a storage facility, 6,000 square foot storage facility. We've got a lot of trees, a lot of decorations that we need to keep once we buy them, right? So we don't have any warehouse space for them, so that's already done. But there will be a lot of other things coming.
Like, will a lot of the gift shops be getting rid of their like older doorways and getting newer ones that will accommodate for cold weather?
Some facilities will get upgraded entryways. Most will stay the same. They'll get a reface, basically. New decorations, maybe new staging of merchandise inside. This facility will likely be open for Winterfest, so it'll be decorated and themed up to fit the theme of Winterfest. But it's a pretty big list. It's a big project. And we're already in that for, that's another 15 months away or something, so there's a lot to do.
With the building of the hotel, I'm not assuming it's going to be the back corner there. It's going to be a center gate back there.
The question was about the location of the hotel. The hotel will be placed down at the corner of Rutherford Road and Canada's Wonderland Drive. So as you get off the highway at Rutherford Road, so when you drive through the main entrance where all the flags are, the hotel will be right on your left. So it won't be a separate gate. The existing roadway, Canada's Wonderland Drive, will remain. You'll just do a left turn into the parking lot of the hotel right there, right at the corner of the highway. We're looking to provide shuttle that will take hotel guests to our main gate. We're ways out on that still. It's 2020 scheduled for the hotel. Yeah. All right.
When's construction expected to start on the hotel?
When will construction on the hotel be scheduled to start? I think that won't happen until sometime this winter. So I'm thinking it might not even be until January. So we're still in the bidding process. And once that bidding process closes and we select a general contractor, that's when we'll get going on that. The drawings are still in for approval, so we have to move that phase to finish.
More question. With the new Frontier Canada area, do you see the potential for a Frontier-themed restaurant back that way?
Question was about a Frontier-themed restaurant, and yeah, one day there will be a Frontier-themed restaurant. I'm hoping that we'll do another indoor restaurant similar to maybe Harmony Hall, something like that, one of those locations.
Good idea.
So we unfortunately can't do everything all in the same year. One day that will come.
During like the planning and like the designing phase of Yukon Striker, was the plan for it always to be a dive coaster, or was there like either a different model from B&M or even a different manufacturer in mind for just a different type of ride?
So the question was Yukon Striker always envisioned to be a dive coaster, or were we looking at other things? No, it was always we wanted to do a dive coaster. We wanted something that we didn't have before, and something that was unique. And dive coasters, there's not a lot of them around in the world. But we wanted something more than just a one-trick pony dive coaster. We wanted it to incorporate other parts of, or other elements from other types of coasters. The zero-G roll, that vertical loop, that underground portion. So, dive coasters aren't everybody's cup of tea, but we're hoping that this one, with all the elements we have, will be more of an appeal. Is there a question?
Will there be for Yukon Striker like a benefit and options of starting?
First riders.
Yeah.
The question was about whether there be a first rider auction. We've done that before on Behemoth. We did it on Leviathan. And yeah, we will do it again for Yukon Striker. More details will come about that on our website.
What's your favorite part about your job?
What's my favorite part about the job? My favorite part of the job is that it's a changing job. That I get tired of the construction part of my job, and we stop constructing, and then we get into operating and maintenance, preventative maintenance, and taking care of problems and putting out fires. I get tired of doing that, we stop doing that, and I go back to being construction side. And it just keeps flipping. So things don't get old to me in my job, because we're always changing it up. But it's my kids say that I have the best job in the world, and I think that I do, because I get to build things that people love to be a part of, right? So, it's pretty cool. 2 more questions? 2 more. All right, right here.
Why did you guys so long to actually go to Frontier Canada? Because you guys thought about that way back when the talks was off, but it's like for the years since you guys thought about that, and now it's finally coming to fruition.
The question was, why did it take so long to build Frontier Canada? Well, it all comes down to economics, really. So when the park was first designed, Frontier Canada was a future enhancement that would come. But when a new park is built, attendance projections are estimated. And if the attendance don't meet certain numbers, we don't make as much money, we don't have as much money to build those facilities. So it took a long time for us to come back to Frontier Canada because that plot of land went to the water park. When the park was first designed, there was no plans to have a water park at Wonderland. But water parks were something our guests wanted, so we had to put that water park somewhere, and it took up that area where Frontier Canada is. Then we started to look at that possibility of having this other theme area, because Whitewater Canyon and Timberwolf Falls, kind of separate from Minebuster. We started to try and connect the dots with timbers and flying canoes and lumberjack, reefing Vortex, and then this signature piece, the Yukon Striker, sort of connects all those dots. There's an old saying about we'd rather do something right and take a long time to do it than to rush into something and give it a substandard product. One more question. Right.
I know you have
Question was about any future for a new wooden roller coaster, something bigger than what we have now. I get this question a lot at meetings like this about what are we going to do in the future, will we do this, will we do that, and all I can say is that there's always a possibility, and you just got to stay tuned, because we don't know what we're going to do, and you guys don't know what we're going to do, and one day, we're always trying to provide something new, right, so there's a potential for another wooden coaster. Well, that's all I've got. If you guys have other questions, you didn't get a chance to answer, I'll hang around up here. So you can come up and ask me if you want. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to comment down below for anything that you'd like me to cover in the next video. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post new videos.